Well, hello again and welcome back to Pete's Model Car Customs. In this video I want to continue discussing the Ford camper pickups and the trailers and you know, considering there was a lot of spares in the other version, the one that I'm going to convert into a hauler, the 60. Excuse me. The 60. It's got, you know, fender skirts and stuff. Hang on. Everything's in the way again. We're all jammed in a corner. You know, fender skirts. Those louvers that I showed on the Galaxy the other day came out of, well, both of them. But there's Appletons and, you know, different chrome bumpers and things. And I thought, well, you know, having the plan of keeping it a 60 and turning it into a hauler, I know where that's going. So all the other parts in it are junk. You know, you got to bung them in your spares box or find a new use for them. Over the back there, I've sort of done a bit of work on the young lady who came with the 59 Ford Sunliners or Skyliners. You know, the roof changing Galaxy, and using the telephone that came with there goes my clipboard, painted up the telephone that came with it all. Hang on. That came in one of the pickup trucks, so I've added a cable to that and painted it up. And like I said, converted her from wearing a skirt to wearing a pair of jeans tucked into her boots. Just wanted to sort of reasonably, hang on, as we're on the skillet, this should give me a better backdrop. There you go. Right. So that's my lady, hopefully giving you a wink. I thought she looked like she was winking. Is it trying to focus? Come on, focus. Okay. And as I said, I'd rescribed the details in around every section of her, like it was a panel that the end of the line of the sweatshirt, in and out of her armpit areas, down the side of her arms, scribed in the sort of fly detail to the jeans and creases, and then rescribed her hair to give the hair a better texture. I'm putting a little gold spangly hair tie. I think the phone's more in focus than her head. To give her hair a lot more detail, because that was a bit smoothed out really in the moulding of this. Like I said, not nice grubby sweatshirt, grubby pair of jeans. I'll duff the boots up a little bit, and she'll fit in with my crew. She's going to be one of the drivers. Along with that telephone, I made a little clipboard with real paper. Where's it gone now, blooming thing? On the other end of the scale. There you go, a little clipboard with a bulldog clip. Made a little notepad to fit on it. It's just really fine paper. And a little bulldog clip. So keep that'd be the speeds or something we're doing as we hurtle down the circuit. But yeah, it's really looking at different wheels I've plonked on in the back of this. At the moment I've got some low profiles with low profile tyres. I'll try and get some of this out of the way again. Clang. That was a face plate I'm making for this trailer. And then the sort of layering of your trailer and that for the wheels. As you can see there, I've got some Rally GTs on the trailer, but also at the front I've sort of added more details to give me a plate with a handbrake and a jockey wheel. That's the jockey wheel sitting on the top there, made from an Airfix Jeep part and styrene. It's my arm causing the shadow, isn't it? I have to do everything left-handed. You know, 1/72 Jeep wheel, and then make the yoke out of styrene and some rod. Bend the rod because you'll need a bit of trail with your jockey wheel. The handle is a piece of jammed in there nicely now. Rod where I've heated back to make a knob. That's a several stage heat to make that knob, but it's repeatedly heating it. Then adding pieces of tube to make the actual post that's for the jockey wheel. I'll put that up in a minute. If I take that out of there. But one of the things with this really is that it's goosenecked. What is called goosenecked. In that shape. Hang on, let's go back round that way. In that shape is a gooseneck, whereas the other one has got a flat A-frame. Can't get that in there dangling out. Right, that one's just flat and level. And this one goes up from its mounting points, which are here, up to the anchor point, which is there, a gooseneck along that rail. But I've added in my halved the centre of the size of the hook, the thickness of that, because that was ever so toy-like being that full thickness there. It's ridiculous. And then I've added on these glacis plates, not glacis plates, gusset plates, to support this plate here and this rail made from, you know, like 1.5 by half or something millimetre rod. The if I can get that any better, the ratchet part there of the hat. Oh, good. Oh, look at that. See all that? That was two different quadrants either side of the handbrake. Made a little rubber handle and that. All that around there, welded along the top of there, and down the sides of those gusset plates. And on the underside, where I break it in the twizzling hand, I've got a further support for the jockey wheel, which will drop up through there. At the moment you can see I've got it massively over, oh good, I'll just pop that handle out, massively oversized for what I want, over long. But that's what I'm saying about the wheel ride height in the actual vehicle. You might have to change the ride heights to suit the vehicle you're putting it. Well, in fact, you will, or I will have to. Anyone would. That's the rest of the handle for. I've just dropped it. There it is. But no, I'll plonk it there. Hopefully, you can see it. Right, so there are parts together, improving the detail of the A-frame. I might make another one actually, another A-frame to fit that, but like I said, you know, a flat one. Rip that out there. It's a shame that this one's substantially broader than that one is. Yeah. But if I make one like that to suit that width, that will raise the height of the front of the trailer. So if I bung that under there, you know, that coming out straight from underneath raises the hook height and raises this trailer up on its pivoting point once it's hooked up. And with this car pickup being quite low, you know, you're going to be looking at something you want like that. Going with these wheels. These are the wheels I was originally considering, which would alter the ride height substantially compared to the low ones I've got in it at the moment. You know, you're looking at, what, 5mm difference overall in that wheel height. That's quite substantial. And then countering that again with the ride height of the trailer, you know, because the back end of the truck will come up in the air, so you'd be back to wanting a higher riding hook, you know, up like that. But then finding another couple of wheels to raise the back end back up so that the trailer isn't, you know, like at that, running at that angle off the back of your pickup. You want that to be riding levelly as well. I covered everything. Oh, that little piece there, well, before I forget it, there's another piece for this. I'll swing that back round there and use my hand. We'll go for both on that. In fact, I'll swap hands. This piece is cable adjusters for the handbrake cables on the bottom of the trailer. It will mount that way up from the bottom of the chassis, and that will tension the cables that will run down from the handbrake, which will be up by my thumb, down there, and then back to the hubs. As you can see from the colour of it, or the colour changes, it's made from quite a few different parts of, stop shaking Peter, of styrene to give adjust the nuts and the end of the cable. Ugh, that's horrible, isn't it? Here's one part. Layering over the original checker plate with this double plate there, and I've also put quite a long chamfer on the bottom edge of that because I found these were butting against the ground very clumsily. But by having the chamfer and knowing that this trailer is going to go quite low, you want a long chamfer in that end so as these will actually contact the ground and glide down, you know, like that. Not be sort of like sticking up and, you know, chiving your tyre as you go up the ramp. You want to get them smooth and under there. Can't even. But anyway, that's about it for this. More experimentation going on. I do think I'll go for some sort of custom with this one instead of a chunky up one. I don't know. I wish I had more Ford pickups, really. Anyway, best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.